Howdy, this is Lemmy with Dorman Products, here to talk to you today about our OE Fix PTU for Ford vehicles. The PTU, short for Power Transfer Unit, is found on millions of Ford vehicles like the Explorer, Edge, Flex, and Taurus, equipped with all-wheel drive. The PTU functions a bit like a transfer case and a differential in the same box. It turns the power 90 degrees and then sends it to the rear axle. Now, when these units fail, it's usually pretty noticeable. Customer complaints generally consist of fairly alarming noises like knocking, grinding, or banging. The crunching gears tend to make the most noise when turning, and the wheel speed differential is at its greatest. Another telltale symptom is a smell Ford has described in a service bulletin as one of propane or a natural gas type odorant. This problem is certainly not an isolated one. We found through our analysis and testing that the problems all boil down to poor lubrication, which can be caused by a few different issues. The first contributor we found, unsurprisingly, was heat. The exhaust runs right beneath the PTU, and it does warm up the fluid within the case. That smell I just described in the Ford bulletin, that's the lubricant cooking off and exiting the drain vent up top. The seals of the input and output shafts don't take kindly to the heat either. Don't be surprised if you find leaks at the seals on an OEM unit. Heat can dry them out. Those factory seals don't seem to like the cold either. Drivers in cold weather were suffering repeated micro tears within the seal, eventually leading to complete seal failure. We found the seals to be generally under-spec'd for the conditions in which they're expected to operate. And on the input side of things, well, it's not any better over there. If the input seal fails, trans fluid shows up in the power transfer unit. I don't need to tell you that those fluids have very, very different viscosities. The third issue is a real head scratcher. With no drain port in the PTU's case, they're not serviceable, so that fluid that's being cooked and leaving can't be drained and replaced easily. You'd think with such an obviously expensive subassembly that it would be serviceable, but that's not the case. Pardon my pun. Up until now, your options were fairly limited. If you replace it with an expensive OEM unit, you're facing the same issues again eventually. Rebuilt units are hard to come by because these assemblies are often so badly damaged, and again, they might fail exactly the same way that the old one did. It's in exactly these types of situations that Dorman develops an OE Fix, which is a repair where we hot rod a design for longevity and durability. So let me take you through our patented new unit here and show you a few of the upgrades we've made. First, we've changed the seal material to a more heat and cold resistant material at all shaft positions, reducing those areas as potential leak points. Next, take a look at this plate we've got on here. Specifically, this is aluminum. It's a heat shield to help rapidly disperse exhaust heat and prevent it from heating the lubricant. In most cases, by adding this cover, we were able to lower the PTU case temperatures by about 30 degrees. Finally, if you're an astute observer, you've noticed this fill plug in the case and the access hole through the heat shield to get at it. On the bottom of this case, we also have a drain plug, making this unit fully serviceable. This is a nice way to protect your investment, and for shops, ensure your customer comes back for profitable service, not expensive repairs. Now, installation on this piece isn't for the faint of heart. The exhaust does need to come down in order to install our upgraded power transfer unit. You're also going to have to drop the drive shafts. That said, it's a straightforward job, and barring major rust, should be pretty simple for most mechanics who are working off of a lift. We hope you like this new solution for failing Ford power transfer units, and remember, if you need anything at all, the Dorman technical support team is always there to help. I'm Lem, I'm out of here.